Hey, this is Rich with Reseal Pools. Hey, today we're looking at applying a coat, top coat on a camper. This is a bumper pull trailer, and it has a vinyl coating on it, and so I got a bid from a professional to put a top coat on this here. It was just going to be a rubberized coat. You can get those rubberized coats for, 35 bucks a gallon at Lowe's. A turn of coat, and then there's also you usually need to put 2 coats on the top, and then there's a gallon of silicone coating. It's supposed to have a lifetime warranty, and that's like 90 bucks a gallon. And so I chose to get that one because you only have to put 1 coat on there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the edges first and then apply it on the top. I'll see how long this takes me. I've only got about an hour daylight left, so we'll see. Alright, this is the coat, vinyl coat up here. At a previous time last year, I replaced this lap sealant. Okay, so I got a quote to redo just a coat right here. See how this is vinyl? It's kind of cracking all over the place. It's needs a new coat on it. I fixed a few holes over here, little snags in it. But I pressure washed this at another time, and got it all cleaned up last year. I'd done the lap sealant right there along the front, and then there was some that I didn't do, so I finished this over here, and then I didn't remove the old lap sealant first. You can see that I just kind of did the lap sealant over it. Same with that kind of this over here. So then that's good and dry, and then I'm going to put the tourniquet, the silicone covering, I'll put that over the whole roof and over the lap sealant and stuff, kind of seal all that in, and we'll see how it works. Well, it's going pretty good. It's going on pretty good. I think I'm going to need 2 gallons though. This is a 6-foot trailer. I don't know what it is. And so it looks like a gallon's going to get me about halfway, so that's a bummer. I was thinking I'd get away with 1 gallon, but maybe I'm putting it on too thick. I don't know. It's supposed to be a lifetime warranty, so I want to get a good coating on here, and it's supposed to help it be reflective, and it's going to be better as far as temperature. So that's great, even if I need to buy another gallon. The quote that I got from a professional to put this on was $1,000 to put this on. And so even if it costs me $200 in material, then I'm still saving a good bit. Even if I have to get 2 gallons, because it's, this roof is pretty bad. I power washed it and stuff before, like it says, and cleaned it off real good, and then now I'm ready to apply the stuff. So it's going on pretty easy, and we'll just see how far it goes. Well, let's figure out how to get this stuff applied on here. That's the front part that I already applied. This is the first half, and then I just applied this right here, so you can see a little bit of the black kind of stuff underneath, just the disintegrated vinyl and stuff. So it's like, if you're used to painting, this is a 3/4 inch nap roller, so they want you to use 3/4 to 1/2. So it's real thick, so it's like you don't have to necessarily, you still have a good coating, but you don't have to have it where you can't see anything from underneath. You can always put a second coat on, but it says it only needs 1 application. Then also around any protrusions out of there, then see, I'm taking that coating and going over the lap sealant that I put down, so it protects the lap sealant with UV coating and makes it all nice and smooth. One surface on top here, so it's looking like it's going pretty good. Alright, this is the next day here, and looking at the camper. I've got it under overhang here. And so, yeah, it turned out pretty good. I had, this was 1 gallon, and so I was able to finish all the way to the end, except these sections I had run the AC unit, and it was wet over here, so I had to skip those, but I was running out of stuff anyway, so I went and got another gallon, and so this is what I'm using. Tourniquet, and then they didn't have any more of this at Lowe's. This was $99 per gallon at Lowe's, and so then they didn't have any more, so then I had to get another. It's called Henry, I think, brand from Home Depot. It's the same stuff, flat roof silicone coating, lifetime warranty, that kind of stuff, but it was $124. So anyway, that's okay. I'll put another coat on here. It turned out pretty good, but in the cleanup of stuff, man, this stuff skimmed over in the bucket, like a little bit that I had there, so you just basically, it skimmed over and made, turned into silicone. And then sometimes, you can, if you're painting, if you're doing something the next day, so I had to take that little section out to get to the fresh little bit that I have left there. And I'm going to take a brush and go under the different things, like the AC unit and that other section over there. Everything else I could coat, but the cleanup is like the roller I was using. Then it all solidified, so you can't use a roller anymore. That roller that I had, I can't use it anymore, so I have to get another one. And I used 3/4 nap. I think a half-inch nap would have been just fine. But anyway, you know how sometimes if you're painting, you can put it in a plastic bag and just kind of seal it, and then you're fine using the same roller the next day, no problem. That didn't work. It's exposed to air, so it's gonna harden, and it's gonna become silicone. So the whole roller is like this, and you just can't use it now. It's hardened silicone all the way around it. So just keep that in mind. Probably be better to buy more than you think you need. I should have bought 2 gallons, and instead of thinking I just needed 1 gallon. Well, I almost got it all, but I just needed a little bit more. So since I have to buy another gallon, then I'll be able to coat this with a second coating. But it turned out real good. I like it. And for somebody telling me that it was going to be basically $800 in labor, if it would have taken them 2 gallons, probably it would have just taken them 1 gallon. I don't know. But I think that's worth it to, pressure wash it yourself and then roll it on. It was really easy. It just takes a little bit of time, and that's what it is. You either find the time to do something yourself, or you pay somebody else to do it, huh? So that's the deal. But this is, if you're thinking about doing this yourself, I would recommend that you do it, because it's not that hard. It's just like painting. It's just painting on thick paint. That's all that it is. But it's coming out real good. All right, this is how it came out here. Looking real good. I had the little section right there in the middle, right there on both sides. I ran out of stuff. I ran out of the material, so I had to go get some more. So you can kind of see, if you look closely, a little patch area right there that I did that yesterday. And so anyway, and then I had painted around the different underneath the sections, like the AC unit and stuff. So anyway, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to put a second coat on it, because I basically needed a little over a gallon. And then so you can see, like I was seeing this area right here. So like, see, here was an area right here I painted, but it was just so badly cracked, spider cracked and stuff, that that I'm going to put a second coat on because I have most of a gallon. And so that second coat, I'm sure, will go, you know, a lot easier to make sure I have a good coating on here. But this stuff looks pretty good. And then I went around and painted the edges. Let's see, you can see, yeah, you can see here. Just took a brush and went and painted this section here all the way around. You can see some, this is coming out real good putting the second coat on here. It's coming out real good and even. You can see here the difference. You know, I think the first coat was good, but since I didn't quite, you know, I couldn't quite finish it all in one can. Now I'm 1 gallon. Now I'm putting the rest on, so you can see the difference here in the areas that, you know, this was the first coat, and then now as it's covered, you know, this is the second coat. It's really good and uniform layer. So I'm really pleased with how that's coming out. And it's just easy to roll on. It's just like whenever you're rolling paint, then that second coat, you know, if one coat it's not gonna quite do it. You need that second coat to make everything good and uniform, and then finish up that other gallon anyway. So coming out real good. All right, I just finished with the second coat and made it nice and uniform. Really good finish up here, and pleased with how it came out. So really like that. Really good and uniform. I showed you an area over here that was kind of thin. That's when I was running out of the first jug, and I was just kind of spreading it around, and I didn't get a good coating up here. I had a good coating up here. I started real thick up there, but then I was running out of that first gallon, and so that I put it thicker because I had come to this side right here and left those patch areas over here that needed to do later because they were wet. Anyway, so I started over here and made sure, so this quarter of the trailer here, probably I did this one and made it good and thick to cover up anything. And so it as you can see, it's really good finish now with that second coat. That really makes a difference. I think the first coat would have been fine, but since I had to buy the second one anyway, I didn't quite have enough. Then go ahead and use it. I mean, what else am I going to use this stuff for? This is what this is for. So went ahead and put that second coat on here, and really pleased with how it came out. Really good and thick layer. It's supposed to be reflective silicone layer. That's going to be better than the vinyl. And then the silicone layer has a lifetime warranty, as opposed to the rubberized material. It has a 10-year warranty, so I wouldn't want to be doing this again in 10 years. I want to, you know, but if you're not going to keep your trailer for 10 years, you're going to upgrade and get a new one within every 10 years. You probably don't even have to put a new roof on, but this trailer's over 10 years old now, and it had just been completely exposed to the sun from the people we bought it from, and so the roof was exposed to the sun for those 10 years, and the roof was really crackly and stuff like I showed you. So it looks 1,000% better, and really satisfied. Well, hopefully this is helpful, and any other tips I would say is that this stuff is terrible to clean up, so I would suggest using things like the rollers. You know, don't try to clean up, just throw it away. And if you can get a tray pad like this for a tray, then I'm using this one, and then I'll be able to just throw that tray pad away. So it's just really bad to clean up. So that's my last tip. Just try to use stuff that you can throw away after that one use of rolling it on, and then try to do everything in you know, one day if you can. Do it in the morning, put it on, wait 6 hours, and then do it in the evening, and that'd probably be better. I came the next day, and so that worked out too. So that's it. Hopefully it's helpful, and we'll see you next time.